Why was Sasuke the only Konoha 12 with elemental ninjutsu? Because his dad taught him. So this is about, of course, an internet argument. And before I get into it, I want to go over something that a friend said to me. Says, "You're probably arguing against bots." In fact, a lot of my friends say that about pretty much every situation I find myself in with my online arguments. And I want to say I don't agree with that. I don't think it is. If it is, then none of this matters. Not this video, but just none of this matters. If every interaction I have is just with bots, then who the fuck cares about anything, right? So anyway, people get very dead internet theory. I say dead internet theory a lot when I make videos, like with Dead by Daylight, for example. Almost. Oh my god, okay, thank you. Just get to the adrenaline! I forgot Jake had the adrenaline! Yeah! Nice, this is good looping, this guy's good. And this ghoul is not good, also. Too bad. Who's still here? No one. No one's here. Fucking dead internet theory. Everyone just goes next. No one talks. No one is even talking about a game like that. No one is talking about that. Everyone just goes next. That was a crazy game. And yeah, holy fuck. Dead internet theory. Dead population theory. But when I do it, it's more so when people aren't talking. When whatever the entity is, whether it's a person, no pun intended with Dead by Day, whether it's a person or a possible bot, if there's no interaction, that's when I say dead internet theory. And it's weird to me that everyone else thinks it's a bot when there is an interaction. It's backwards. As always, I seem to be the only one that's on the other side of this conversation. Because the alternative is saying it when there is an interaction. And then we're just saying every interaction is a bot. And why? And I think it's just cope. I think it's cope. I think people don't want to believe that their average experience with another human being is with another human being, because that's a scary thought. And frankly, it's more scary that the people we interact with are actual human beings than the thought that it's just Skynet taking over. We'd rather it be Skynet than this is the actual state of humanity. I agree with that, but I'm also, red-pilled. I choose to live in reality, not the fantasy world. At the end of the day, I'm on the internet. You're a person. You're on the internet. I have friends that are on the internet. I can confirm that they're real people and that they're on the internet. You also have friends that you can confirm are real people and on the internet. And those friends have a network of other friends and other friends and so on and so forth. And they all can confirm that they are all real people on the internet. So, where are they? I assume that it is the people I'm interacting with. And with that being said, let's just get into it. Here we are. Why was Sasuke the only Konoha 12, which is, the 12 main kid characters, Naruto, with elemental ninjutsu? So I voted, and I just went to comments. Let me just check it out. And so here we have the comment that made me start leaving comments myself. So why is Sasuke the only one of the 12 students that has elemental ninjutsu? We literally saw his father teaching both him and Itachi this jutsu. It's incorporated in the Uchiha clan. Why? I'm going to repeat this. Why is Sasuke the only one of those 12 students that has elemental ninjutsu? His father was teaching it to him. So I say, that's not the question though, is it? Now when I post this, what I'm implying here is, I think it's obvious. The question isn't, why does Sasuke have elemental ninjutsu? The question is, why is he the only one that does? Which is the same as asking, why don't the others? This answer provided by this poster doesn't address why the others don't, it just addresses why he does. People start insulting my intelligence, and that's where I became invested. I have a problem, I can never let this shit go. You know, we got this guy, slow bus. So I try to explain to people, right? Why is Sasuke the only one that has this? This is a question about everyone, not just about Sasuke. Repeating over and over that his dad taught him only explains why he has that tool. It does not explain why nobody else does. And then another one, you're 1520 IQ points shy of the national average, blah, blah, blah. Just a lot of intelligence insulting. We have a critical thinking crisis in the world right now. People cannot critically think. I don't know if it's the schools just are too busy teaching, you know, other shit. No comment on that. Everyone's just coming out of them, you know, knowing all infinite genders, but I had a fucking guy on DVD. It's in my last video. What the fuck is a 25-25? We are in the idiocracy, in a world full of dumb fucking people that are all laughing at me because I'm not dumb like they are. He legitimately doesn't know why a 50-50 is called a 50-50. And so when he had to mention a 25% chance, he called it a 25-25 instead of a 25-75. He doesn't know this stuff. I'll bet you if you ask him what the fuck a ZZ is, he'll be able to tell you. There's a problem. There is an observable problem. This isn't just a theory or a conspiracy. There is an observable problem. All right? I didn't mean to go political there, but I mean, my sister is a lawyer. She's fresh out of college, and she had a college class teaching her that women are as physically strong as men. That was a college class. She's a lawyer. There's a problem. There is a legitimate problem. And it is tied into politics. What do they say? They say, you might not care about politics, but politics cares about you. And that is very true. Why is Sasuke the only one of the 12 students that has elemental ninjutsu? Because none of the others are Uchiha? What are we fucking doing? What are we doing? How are so many people stuck on this? Oh, here's good, dog. You are insulting everyone else's intelligence in this thread, but you are the only one that can't extrapolate the no one else was taught out of the original statement. All right. This is important. This is important, okay? If the answer to the question is because Sasuke was taught elemental jutsu and you have any amount of common sense and literacy skills, you can reasonably come to the conclusion that the statement only applies to Sasuke because that was the premise of the question. Okay, there are so many things wrong with this. And I'm about to draw a fucking diagram for this. We're gonna say this represents all 12 of the students, right? So the poll involves all of them, okay? The poll involves everyone here. When you say the answer to the poll that involves everyone here is that Sasuke's dad taught him, okay, well, we're getting an answer for him, check mark. But what the fuck about all of them, question mark? It's completely unresolved. Sasuke's dad taught him, okay. That's why Sasuke did have elemental jutsu. Why did they not have it? Do we understand? Do we understand what we're saying? Does this diagram help? You cannot have a situation where the answer then suggests certain things to you, implications, and you had to infer this and that, and basically insert extra information that isn't anywhere in order to then make it make sense. So this guy says, if it indeed is true that Sasuke is the only one with elemental jutsu, then you can infer none of the other clans teach their kids elemental jutsu. We know that Uchiha does. We've seen them do it. So even just right there, he kind of exhibited the point, and I'm about to elaborate on it. let's go over this. Why was Sasuke the only one of the 12 students with elemental ninjutsu? First of all, notice how everyone is getting stuck on Fireball. This is probably because the image has Sasuke doing Fireball. And so they see the image and now they're hard stuck on Fireball. Anyway, so we're asked this question, why is Sasuke blah, 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 blah? If your answer is because his dad taught him. Oh, so we're gonna infer, like this guy is saying, that we're stupid because we can't infer. Oh, his dad taught him, so we can't infer what that guy voted for. We can infer with that answer, his dad taught him, we can infer whatever we need to infer to make any one of these, even the fourth one, the correct answer. Why was Sasuke the only one of 12, blah, blah, blah? Because his dad taught him? Oh, well, we can infer then, if we decide that the conclusion is that he's a prodigy, if we pre-decide that that is our conclusion, which, by the way, is not how you do this. That is not how you do this. Oh, why was he the only one? Oh, because his dad taught him. We can infer that that's because he was a prodigy and then also no one else was. That means no one else was. By the way, that's the top answer, that he's a prodigy. And this one has the most assumptions attached to it, actually. This one assumes that nobody else was a prodigy, even though we know that's not true. We know that others were. So now, his dad taught him. Now we infer, oh, well, his dad was able to teach him because he had elemental affinity. It's kind of the same as prodigy, by the way. The prodigy and elemental affinity thing are like the same thing, and yet they are the highest voted and lowest voted respectively. It's so just fucking blow my brains out. Blow my brains out, please. Okay, why is Sasuke the only one amongst the 12 that had elemental? His dad taught him. Oh, with that I can infer, oh, his dad focused on that. The other dads didn't focus on that, they focused on other jutsus. So now we can use the same answer to justify the third option, as well as the second, as well as the first. The same answer is being used to justify three answers. Let's go on to even the troll answer, which isn't really, this is actually really what the answer probably is. Why is he the only one? Because his dad taught him. We can infer Kishimoto forgot to make the other dads teach the other kids. And there you have it. His dad taught him is not an answer. That's why their logic is broken. And even when I make this post, which I think spells it out better than anything else possibly could, they still fight back. This guy face palms. It's not an argument. I lay out this whole thing, and he just face palms. They're stupid. These people are stupid. This guy says, I say to him, like, scroll it, because I don't think he saw my post, because I'm like, you know, people are adding each other. I say to him, scroll up. One of my posts to someone else might actually explain what I'm saying. And he says, I'm good, man. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want an explanation. To me, it's simple. He's already decided I'm stupid and wrong, and he doesn't want to hear my explanation. He says, why does Sasuke have elemental jutsus and the others don't? And he says, well, we know that elemental jutsu is specifically fireball jutsu. I'm just going to keep going, because this is, I'm going to start that over, and I'm just going to keep running, even though I want to stop. Why does Sasuke have elemental jutsu and the others don't? Well, we know that elemental jutsu is specifically fireball jutsu. We know exactly why Sasuke knows this. 1, it's an Uchiha clan technique. 2, his dad taught him. There it is again, his dad taught him. This is fucking maddening. The poll answers don't really make sense. Wrong sense, of course, because he didn't learn that in school. He was learning other shit. The poll answers don't really make sense because 1, the answers given don't line up with why he actually knows the jutsu. Yes, this is so hard to get through without interrupting because you just want to scream. Yes, it says, why does Sasuke and not the others don't know about the others? We know they learned other techniques while not elemental, probably because elemental nature hasn't been fleshed out as a concept until Shippuden. All we know is why Sasuke has it, which is kind of akin to Kishimoto for Gore. So I say, how do you not see what you just did? You literally start off your argument by transforming the poll into a different question. we know the elemental jutsu is specifically fireball jutsu. You just changed the poll prompt and then said these choices don't make sense. How are you going to change what the question is and then say, well, these multiple choice answers don't match what I just changed the question into? That's insanity. That's insanity. But he just did it. And by the way, again, back to the whole bot thing, a bot would not have done that. A bot would not have done that. A stupid human would have, and did, but a bot would not have done that. It's Twilight Zone shit. It's Twilight Zone shit to watch somebody change what the question is that they're being asked and then have the audacity to criticize the choices that they're given, to say that those choices don't match with what they just changed the question into being. It's like being asked, what's 2 plus 2? Is it 2, 3, 4, or 5? And then you change that question to be, what's 100 times 100? And then you say, what the hell? It's not 2, 3, 4, or 5. This is a stupid poll. Like, that's, by the way, literally what that is. That's literally what just happened. He was asked a question, given choices, he changed the question and said the choices don't match up. That is literally what just happened. And it blows my mind. It fucking blows my mind. And that's why we absolutely have a critical thinking crisis in the world.